It is Sunday Simple Supper, and today I want to bring you guys my most heartiest meal ever, the most delicious, most fantastic meal. In fact, I'm starving to death. I cannot wait to get this done so I can eat. I am making shepherd pie. So stay tuned if you want to learn how to make my shepherd pie. Okay, the very first thing to making my shepherd pie, and the most time-consuming thing, and honestly I don't feel like it is that bad, is you want to wash some potatoes. I have an entire bowl. Now if for some reason you make too many potatoes, like too much mashed potatoes, save them for leftovers for lunch the next day, or make potato cakes. I'll list my recipe for how I make potato cakes down below. And if you want to make an instant mashed potatoes or a bag type mashed potatoes, I know that there's a frozen mashed potatoes now. So if you don't want to peel your potatoes and make your mashed potatoes from scratch, that is okay. But for me, I am going to save money, and I am going to peel these potatoes and cube them, and I'm going to get them in some water and get them boiling. And then I'm going to show you what the next step is. I have my Dollar Tree garbage bag here, you know, my little scented garbage bags. I love these things because you can peel your peels right in it and you don't have a mess anywhere. I don't have to stand over and kill my back with a garbage can. Oh, I am using a KitchenAid peeler. I've had this one probably about 5 years. I bought it at Walmart, I think it was. It is really awesome and it works very, very well. I highly recommend all KitchenAid brand, you know, kitchen stuff. So I absolutely love this peeler. So that's what I'm going to do first. I'm going to get to peeling my potatoes, cube them, and get them boiling. Okay guys, I'm going to show you guys what ingredients you're going to need. It's really, really simple. You're going to need a little bit of olive oil just to coat your pan a bit before you put your, you can use ground beef or you can use ground turkey. I'm of course using ground turkey. So I'm going to go ahead and add my olive oil to the pan and set that back. You're going to need a can of you want to drain your cans of green beans, carrots. I use the little carrot rounds, but if you want to use diced, please by all means use diced. And some sweet corn, just some whole kernel corn. On the vegetables, if you like broccoli, add broccoli. You like anything that you like, you can add to this. So, you know, it's totally up to you. You know, I know a lot of people say, well, Heidi, my kids won't eat this vegetable or this vegetable. But that does not matter. You add whatever vegetable that you want to add to your shepherd pie. You're going to need 1 large onion diced, 1 pound of ground turkey. I get mine from Aldi's. You're going to need a tablespoon of minced garlic. This is just the minced garlic that I get from Costco. I'm still using it, guys. I mean, it's a humongous thing. You're going to need some crushed black pepper. I put in it a little bit of thyme and a little bit of oregano leaves, but you certainly can make it your own. You're going to need some Pam spray. I'm using the olive oil one because you're going to need a glass pan that's a 9 by 13, and you're going to want to spray your glass pan thoroughly with your spray so nothing sticks. Now, this is totally optional. Whenever you make up your ground beef or your ground turkey for your shepherd pie, You can add just a regular tomato sauce. You can add a jar of tomato, you know, like spaghetti sauce. You can do whatever you want. This is what I do. I use the Hunt's Traditional. This is a spaghetti sauce. However, I really do like it, and this is what I put in my shepherd pie. So the first thing I have got to do is dice my onion up. And I'm going to put my diced onion, my tablespoon of garlic, and my 1 pound of ground turkey in this pan and brown it all up. Okay, you probably can hear my potatoes boiling over here, but right now I'm just going to start browning my ground turkey and my onion. And I want to turn this on a medium heat. I've got a tablespoon here. I'm going to measure out a tablespoon of minced garlic, excuse me. I think those onions got to me. My eyes are watering like crazy from chopping those up. So I'm just going to get this browning, and then I'll come back and I will show you what's next. Okay, I got my meat good and brown. Hopefully you guys can see because I got it steaming up in here, guys. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and pour in my traditional spaghetti sauce, tomato sauce from Hunt's. The Dollar Tree actually sells this, but you can get it cheaper at Kroger. Sometimes they have it as cheap as like 88 cents a can. So I get that in there real good. Then I just want to dump the rest of my ingredients in. I've got my corn, my carrots, and I went ahead and I decided that I wanted to add some sweet peas, so I opened a can of sweet peas, and I got some green beans. Now you can use frozen vegetables or jarred vegetables, you know, if you can your own, whatever you want to use. Oops. Alright, I'm trying to open this thing. Now I add just a little bit of oregano to this, just a little bit, probably half a teaspoon, and a little bit of thyme. I don't know what it is about the taste of thyme that I like so much, but probably about a half a teaspoon of that. Now, you don't have to cook this any further, so go ahead and turn it off because you're going to put this in the oven. So I'm going to let this sit for a little bit. And I'm going to wait till my potatoes get done. And I'm going to add in this video how I make my mashed potatoes. In case you're curious, or maybe you're someone who has never made mashed potatoes before, which is very possible. And I'm going to add go ahead and add a little bit of black crushed pepper on the top of this. If this isn't enough meat, by all means, make this how you want to eat it. I mean, this is so simple, just make it however you would like to have it. So I'm going to go ahead, and my potatoes have another 6 minutes to boil, and then I'll be back to show you how I make my mashed potatoes. Okay, so my potatoes are done, and I've already drained them. Let's see, yeah, there you go, you can see them. Now, all I do is I use an old-fashioned potato masher. You can buy these at the Dollar Tree. Mine come from Walmart. I don't know, I've had this forever. I don't even know what kind this is. I'm going to put in here about 4 tablespoons of margarine. You can use butter, just regular butter, but this is what I had on hand, so it's about 4 tablespoons. Then let me throw this away and wash my hand a little bit. Okay. I'm wiping my fingers off here. Okay, now I start mashing with the butter in my potatoes. And I try to break that butter up as much as I possibly can. And it will eventually just melt into the potatoes. You want to keep shaking the potatoes off of your masher because it gets caked up and you think you're mashing, but you're actually not. So my next ingredient is some evaporated milk. Now depending on how many potatoes you have peeled will depend on how much evaporated milk. So I'm probably going to do half a can, I would say. And I just kind of go around my potatoes, and then I'm going to mash them one last time, and then I'm going to mix them together real good with a wooden spoon. You're hearing my email coming in on my phone. See, it builds up, and then you want to scrape it off because otherwise, it's not doing anything and you're wasting your time. A little bit more canned milk here. Not quite half a can in there. Yeah, these are starting to look good and fluffy and yummy. And it looks like I'm going to have just enough potatoes to cover my shepherd pie, which I'm going to show you because it makes a good bit. I'm going to shake this off there. Sorry for all the banging noise on you guys. And then I just take a spoon and I just make sure they're good and whipped together. And I'm just going to add a little bit of black pepper. And then I also add just a little bit of sea salt. Yum, I could just eat that right now. It looks so good. Now, you want to go ahead and preheat your oven at 350 degrees. And I'm going to back this back and show you this pie. Hold on here. There we go. Now that's what it looks like when you get it into the casserole dish. It already looks very, very yummy. So now what you want to do, and I just kind of put plops, I guess you could say, of this before I mash it out on the top, just to make sure that every inch gets enough potato, you know, so it covers it. Now this is going to go in the oven at 350 degrees, which I've already said, for 15 to 20 minutes. And what you're going to want to look for is you want to look in your side of your dish. If it's bubbling really, really good, you know that it's good and done. Now another thing that is really good about this meal is you can make it ahead of time and put it in your freezer, and you can half this. So you could make something else to go with it, like some steamed veggies, some more vegetables. I'm going to tell you, I don't think there's a meal that you can have too many vegetables. I don't think there's any such thing as too much vegetables. In fact, I could eat vegetables all day long. I love them. The thing is produce is very, very expensive. That's the only downfall. Now, when this comes out of the oven, you have a choice. I'm going to leave mine plain. But some people add cheese to the top of theirs and put it back in the oven. Put it back in the oven for another, 5 minutes until the cheese is good and melted. Now I just make sure that this is all kind of spread out on the top. Really good. Just makes it so pretty. And who doesn't like something that looks like this and is homemade? I'd rather have this than go into Taco Bell or McDonald's any night of the week. Any night of the week. My guys get home and this is going to be pretty much devoured. So I'm trying to see if you guys can see what I'm doing. Yeah, you guys can. Okay, you just want to neatly put this all over the top. At this point, you could put a little bit of fresh parsley over the top, which I don't have. If I did, if I had it, I would put it on there. I just kind of like make it as neat as possible. Now look at that, and look at the size of this meal, and it didn't take me very long to make that. There we go. Okay, I'm going to pop this into the oven, and I will show you what this glorious shepherd pie looks like when it comes out. Okay guys, I just took it out of the oven, and now I'm going to serve it up and show you guys what it looks like. Make sure you get all your vegetables in there. There we go. I'm just gonna sit that there. So this is what it looks like. There we go. We'll get it in the view here. It is a wonderful hearty meal that has all your meat, your vegetables, and your starch all in one pan. Totally delicious. Cannot wait to start diving into this. Hope y'all enjoyed this Sunday Simple Supper, and I'll be talking to you guys again soon. Bye-bye.